religion is funny business. For those of you who don't know, I'm a Christian, but I like to study other religions, to study what's going on with other people, see what they're doing. So I actually happen to be studying Islam and Jehovah's Witnesses right now. It's kind of funny because on my block there's a man who makes falafels, and he happens to be Muslim. So we got talking one day, and so he's actually making me a falafel. And so it hits 12 o'clock on the dot. So he stops what he's doing and he starts to pray. And I'm like, food started to burn. I'm like, hey man, food burn. So I did what any normal person would do. I took the apron off of him, I put it on myself, and I flipped my own falafel. So I flipped rice, catch it. So doing the best I can. But I couldn't help but admire the dedication he has. This has happened to me many times. I've been going to buy a bootleg DVD or whatever, and the person doesn't care. And sometimes Muslims are all around, selling things, buying things, owning businesses, whatever have you. And so wherever they're at, they stop what they're doing and they pray. I'm like, wow, what dedication. So one time I was buying a DVD, the guy in the middle of a transaction just started praying, just left the money, took my dark night and just walked off. So that's what kind of happened with that. But I was talking to one of my Muslim friends, and we just happened to be talking about women and stuff, and we're talking about women, and she happened to catch me looking at a beautiful woman that walked past. So we're talking, and then we started talking about how, and so then he says to me, oh man, you don't know, man, Muslim women are so beautiful, they look so good. I'm like, oh, so you let me hyped up. So I'm like, oh man, I can't wait, I can't wait to see them. He goes, whoa, my friend, you can't see Muslim women. Only their husband and their children can see them. So, that's why they're covered up. But they're really, really hot. So I said to him, well, how do you know they're really hot? If only the husband and the children can see them, how do you know? And he goes, it's 95 degrees outside, they're covered up and all in black. Of course they're going to be hot. I don't know where your mind is at, but I'm talking about the weather. So that led me to think about the whole 69 virgins thing. I know many people have heard of it, but it's actually a legend. Like most Muslims don't really believe that if you die in a war, you're gonna go to paradise and get 69 virgins. So, but I actually thought about that. I actually thought about the whole 69 virgins thing. And I'm like, for someone like Al, who writes like 69 virgins, to me, yeah, this is party time. For someone like me, it's like 69 virgins plus Michael Jackson equals 70 people who don't know what they're doing. I've actually pictured it in my mind. You gotta stop laughing. You got 7 minutes. You gotta stop laughing. I've actually pictured it in my mind. Like I can see it. I can see me saying, Virgin number 5, hold that flashlight still. I'm trying to figure this out. Stop playing games. But I digress. But it's funny, in my studies, I learned that there's 4 different groups of Muslims. You have Sunnis, Shiites, Sufis, and the Nation of Islam. And what's so funny is that the Nation of Islam makes up only 10% of Muslims. But they actually have the most popular people. Like I know Elijah Muhammad, I know Malcolm X, and I know Louis Farrakhan. I don't know nobody, I don't know no other Muslim after that. So my whole thing with that was just like, man, they better make sure enough happens to use Farrakhan. That's all they got. But in Christianity, we also have different groups. Pentecostals, Baptists, Jehovah's Witnesses. And it's funny because in my studies of Jehovah's Witnesses, I learned that they believe that Jesus Christ came back in the invisible in 1914. That I like to study, and I have there are certain books you can buy, like Zorda Van Charles, where it systematically breaks down each group and what they believe. And it's funny that they call themselves Jehovah's Witnesses because they believe Jesus came back in the invisible in 1914. So it got me thinking, like, okay, if Jesus came back in the invisible, what have you witnessed? That's like me calling myself the Haitian sensation. I'm not Haitian. There you go. There's no sensation. But that's not the only thing that's kind of hard to explain. Like I'm reading my Bible, doing my Bible study, and I come across like Mary and Joseph, and Mary's telling Joseph, the Holy Spirit came over me, and I now have a child. But I'm just picturing Joseph, I just picture Mary and telling Joseph, let me tell you what happened. What happened, Joseph, is that the Holy Spirit came over me. And Joseph's like, well, who this Holy Spirit guy? What's going on? And then I can see Joseph right now, Mary's like, who are you calling, Joseph? Yeah, Fred Flintstone. Yeah, it's me, Joseph. Get Barney in them. There's some dude messing with my lady. There's some dude named Gabrielle. There's the Holy Spirit. I don't know what's going on. But you know me. I'm from the west side of Jerusalem. I'm be crazy. But I just want to say in closing is that no matter what, me, myself as a Christian, and go into the whole story about the falafel thing, is that he's a man who's praying to Allah, and I'm a Christian and I'm praying to Christ. But here's the funny thing: at the end of the transaction, I go into my wallet and I pull out 3 $1 bills that say "In God We Trust," and that's what we have in common. Thank you.